Tonight's Monday Night Raw, great flow, huge momentum boost, and a huge positive moving into Clash of Champions. For the Raw review and Raw live stream, my computer is running very low on disk space, so my live stream got cut short. I apologize for the live stream getting cut short, but that's why I'm going to give you a Raw review. I hope to free up some space on my computer. My computer's a little old. I don't have the money to get a new computer right now, so I'm just going to work with what I can work with right now. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support my future on YouTube, all you got to do is click the link below to donate. But here on Show and Vidimia, let's talk about Monday Night Raw and what they did right. And what Raw did tonight, they did a lot of things right. The cruiserweights, the steel cage match, the rematches. The first hour of Raw was impactful. You had Seth Rollins, you had Rusev, and it was an all-out war. And I'm surprised they didn't have that match as the main event, the main attraction. But instead, they went with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns in a rematch, this time inside a steel cage. And just as good as their match was last week, it was that much better tonight on Raw. You know, I liked Chris Jericho's mic work with Mick Foley backstage. I like Chris Jericho's interaction with all the tag teams. You saw what Raw's tag teams was all about and made of. The Cruiserweights had a hell of an enthralling and entertaining and engaging match. The Brian Kendrick comes out on top. You had so many different elements and ingredients, and the show went by so fast. And when the show goes by quick, that's when you know you have a good Monday Night Raw on your hands. And for these Raw reviews and me to go live during Raw and SmackDown every Monday and Tuesday, all you gotta do is show your support by liking, commenting, sharing my videos on Facebook and Twitter, and getting the word out there. Once again, my computer's performance is not at an all-time high. My computer is failing right now. My microphone just failed and it just fell. There we go. Well, that'll be on Botches and Bloopers. I don't do too many of these Raw reviews, but like I said, if these videos pick up enough pace, enough momentum, I'll give you these Raw and SmackDown reviews. I'm going to try to be here as much as I can for both Raw and SmackDown respectively, because this is what I believe in, this is what I love, and this is what I like. And what about the developments in the women's division? It's no longer going to be just a one-on-one match. Charlotte was kind of stupid. I think that was a blind moment for her to point out that there was a double pin last week, because now that has put her in a predicament where she doesn't have much of a chance walking out of Clash of the Champions. Did I say Night of Champions before? Walking out of Clash of the Champions, the champion, because now Charlotte must defend against Sasha Banks and Bayley. But tonight, Bayley was the one with her shoulders on the mat, looking up at the lights for the 1, 2, 3. That one I was surprised that Bayley lost. But will Bayley be able to reignite that momentum? Will Bayley be able to come up big when it matters most at WWE Clash of the Champions? And speaking about coming up big when it matters most, what about Enzo and Cass tonight confronting Chris Jericho in the ring? Yes, we saw that. We saw Braun Strowman destroy Sin Cara. Who really thought Sin Cara had a chance? Now, there was rumors that Paige and Luke Harper were backstage at Raw, but obviously we did not get to see them tonight. And we were supposed to get a surprise guest on the highlight reel, but instead what we got was a bunch of competitors. And then in the steel cage match with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, Reigns went to the top of the cage. Owens went through the door. Who was going to reach? Who was going to connect? Who was going to win? It was Roman Reigns who got there first. Roman Reigns scored the victory, but at what price? Now, at the end of Monday Night Raw, I was saying, well, Rusev's got to come out. Seth Rollins has to come out. What about that little stare down? What about that exchange between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at the beginning of Monday Night Raw? What about the melee and the brawl? What about the mayhem that ensued between Seth Rollins and Rusev? I would love to see that feud down the line, no doubt about it. Like I said, Seth Rollins and Rusev battled outside the ring towards the announce position. It looked like the table was going to get destroyed. But what a hell of a match it was in the main event between Roman Reigns and Rusev. And then here comes Rusev. Rusev came down to provide a beatdown, to destroy and destruct Roman Reigns after the steel cage match. But that does not mean it's going to happen, because Rusev is not one step ahead of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just was in a hell of a match, and now Rusev trying to capitalize. Rusev trying to take out Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns with those devastating headbutts. Roman Reigns now taking the fight to Rusev. But you got to watch out for Kevin Owens. You got to watch out for Seth Rollins. That steel cage is still around the ring. Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, is in the ring, and Kevin Owens just cracked the door open in Roman Reigns' face. Roman Reigns just got the door kicked on him by Kevin Owens. The door got kicked right in the face of Roman Reigns. Oh my God. Now here's the situation. What if Roman Reigns wins? And he did. He won tonight. He won the steel cage match, but it was very close. It was a very close match. What happens if he defeats Rusev? What a week for Roman Reigns it would be. That means he beat the Universal Champion and the United States Champion in the span of 1 week. That would be absolutely huge. But right now, it doesn't look good for Roman Reigns because Rusev is throwing Reigns in the ring. He's throwing him in there with the ravaged animals, the rabid animals. They're looking for blood. They're looking for violence. And right now, Roman Reigns is locked inside the cage with Kevin Owens and Rusev. Look like Roman Reigns was doing good on his own, but now it's going to be too little too late, and now Rusev is going to close the door. He is locking the door with a steel chain. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and share this video on Twitter and Facebook for more Raw live reviews here on Sean's Entertainment. I will also be going live in a live event on YouTube, taking your live phone calls, as long as you get enough likes, comments, and shares. Now here's Rusev. He's locking the door. He's taking the chain to the door so nobody can get in. It's a 2-on-1 assault. Roman Reigns is being victimized and compromised. But who's to say that Seth Rollins can't come down to the ring and jump on top of the cage? See, that's what doesn't make sense. There's no roof on top of the cage. So as I'm watching this go on, as I'm watching this transpire, you know Seth Rollins is going to come out, especially after the interaction that Rollins and Reigns had in the beginning of Monday Night Raw. You know that there is still some Shield emotion. There is still some Shield compassion there. And now Owens and Rusev are trying to take out Roman Reigns before Clash of the Champions. And now Rusev looks like he's going to put Reigns in the Accolade inside of a steel cage. I cannot believe the events. I cannot believe what we are witnessing right here and right now. And there it is, the Accolade. Roman Reigns has nowhere to go. Roman Reigns can't get out. Roman Reigns is all by himself. The numbers game. But wait a minute. Is it who I think it is? It's Seth Rollins. Here comes the architect. Here he comes. And Kevin Owens is saying, haha, you can't get in. But he's scaling the cage. He's jumping on that cage. Seth Rollins is going to find a way in. Seth Rollins is retaliating. Is Seth Rollins going to jump on top of both Rusev and Owens? Is he going to top... Oh my God, is this going to be a Raw moment here? Is Seth Rollins going to do the unthinkable? I mean, with his bad leg, we know the history of his problem. I don't know if Rollins should go from the top of the cage like that. I don't know how good of an idea this is. I don't think this is smart. Rollins off the top of the cage. That's going to be 15 feet. Rusev and Owens are down there. Oh my God, don't do it, Rollins. Good God almighty, Seth Rollins off the top of the cage. Seth Rollins risking life and limb. Seth Rollins putting his own health and well-being on the line. Seth Rollins has a destiny, a meet this Sunday at Clash of the Champions. I cannot believe the events. I cannot believe what Seth Rollins just did. He put his body on the line against both Owens and Rusev on Monday Night Raw. Oh, you want to talk about a highlight? You want to talk about a moment? Did Seth Rollins just hurt himself? How smart of an idea was that? Oh my God. Seth Rollins showing that he'll risk life and limb to get to Kevin Owens and make sure he destroys Kevin Owens and gets back that WWE Universal title that he was screwed by Triple H. We still have not heard anything from Triple H. We have not seen Triple H. What about the rumors about Kevin Owens dropping the WWE Universal title? That very well could happen as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been some startling developments. There's been some great promo work. We've seen the best of the tag teams. We've seen the cruiserweights. We've seen so many developments. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I give Raw a solid 8 out of 10 stars. Very watchable. A huge improvement over the last few weeks. And now SmackDown has some competition coming out of Monday Night Raw. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching The Brash, Sean's View Entertainment. This is actually a Raw you can go back and watch again. No doubt in my mind. Like I said, this was one of those Raws that flowed. It had continuity. It had stability. It made sense. And it was a great Raw on the way to Clash of the Champions. I just hope that the rating reflects what we saw tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Raw review. Make sure to share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Later.